welcome to the day 4 session of Blender class. So today we are going to see about the same topic that we have seen in the yesterday's class. So as many of you requested, so we decided to present the same topic, workspace, and the right click select. So now the workspace topic will be handled by Mr. Porchelvan. He is our participant, and we are appreciating his efforts to help you all. So now I welcome Mr. Porchelvan to present his topic, workspace.
Okay, thank you, Maltika. Okay, so hello everyone, I'm Porchelvan, and today I'll be talking about the workspaces in Blender. Now, before I get into it, I just want to apologize at first because I'm not really good at speaking Tamil, so I'll be explaining mostly in English. So I just hope you guys can cope up with me for this time being. So I'm just opening the Blender up. Once it's done, I'll just start with my topic. And yeah. All right. Now I'm gonna be sharing my screen. Madhyaka, should I like turn on my video for this?
Yes, you want to turn on your video as well as you want to present your screen.
All right. So everyone is able to see me now, right? Let me just share my screen. The Blender, and yeah. So can you guys see the presentation I'm giving?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So right now I just opened Blender. So here we are with the layout mode where we see the cube. Okay. Now, when you are in Blender, you might want to do more than just look at the cube. You might want to move it around. You may want to like rotate it and scale it and stuff. Okay. But what if you want to do something more than that? What if you want to like change its shape completely? What if you want to do something more? What if you want to paint it? What if you want to give some anime? What if you want to put it to life? That's why we have on the top these bunch of tabs. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. By default, Blender will open 11 tabs for you. And these tabs, they're just like in Google. You can open them up and all that. These tabs, we call them as workspaces. Now, these workspaces, usually they have modeling, sculpting, UV editing. We've already seen the modeling one before. We have layout. Layout is always the basic one, like you've seen earlier. We always like have to just move around the cube, or we want to rotate it or scale it or so on. So the layout mode is the basic default mode in which you're viewing in Blender. Now, when you're looking at this, you can just see the simple cube here. You cannot change the vertices or anything. So this is because you'll be keeping all the layouts together. Now, in case I want to another object, I'm just gonna duplicate this. Okay. Now I want these cubes to be aligned together. So what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna come over here. I'm gonna do all the aligning and all that stuff. I'll just move it like this. Then I'll move it here. You guys would have played Minecraft, right? Then you would have seen that all the blocks are aligned together. That's because of the layout mode. Because in Minecraft also they use Blender and they have aligned the blocks accordingly. So that is about the layout mode. Now coming to modeling. Modeling is where you get to model the cube. And modeling in the sense that you can change the shape, you can change the vertices and so on. Now, I'm not going to go in deep into this. I'm just going to click on this one part, okay? And I'm going to click the move button. And yeah, so I can change the entire shape of the cube. Then I can click over here. I can move it wherever I like. Here, I can just click over here. Yeah, over here. And again, I can change it. Over here, I can form something and so on. So that is about that is about the modeling. However, in modeling, you can only choose like one cube. See, here I have only chosen one cube over here. and I wasn't able to yeah, move the other cube. If you guys have noticed, no matter how many times I select it, only this side will get selected. Only this area, this side and this vertex will get selected, not this cube. For that, what I should do is I should go back to layout mode. I should select this cube manually and go back to modeling. Now this cube is selected. Now I can click here and I can drag this around. Wait, sorry. I can drag this around, or else I can even shift this. I can even do this completely. So you guys have seen that I was able to do it separately. Now coming for sculpting. Okay, I'm just gonna let me just open a new thing. We'll just go back from the beginning. Now coming to sculpting. So this is layout mode, and the second tab is the modeling mode. This is the modeling workspace where you change the shape of the cube and so on. Next is sculpting. Now sculpting is where you change, like, what do I say? For example, you're gonna make a face. Okay. Now what do we have in a face? We have the eyes, we have the nose, we have the mouth, the lips, and so on. But these are all not within, like, on the same surface as the face, right? You'll be having one dent, one socket for the eye. For the nose, you'll be having one, like, pointing something like a mountain. I don't know how to exactly describe it. The lips also, they'll be coming out of the surface of the face. The cheeks, you'll align a little bit. Similarly, that is how it is in the sculpting mode. Now in sculpting mode, okay, you can look around. You can choose from this left side. You can draw sharp, clay strides, and there are a lot of things you can try out. Now, if I want to give clay stripes, okay, radius, you can choose over here everything that you want. Radius, you can like drag it, or else you can even double click and type some number. Wait, I'm just typing some random number, okay? And then the strength, you can choose. Wait. Okay. Then you have, okay, I'll just reshape this to 250, okay? You have autosys, plane and distance and so on. Now, if you're taking a look, see, I've been able to change this. I'm just dragging it. I'm just doing something randomly so that you guys can easily tell what exactly I'm doing. Now I'm choosing something else and I'm doing something else. Okay. So that is what you do in sculpting. Now, let's delete this. Okay. And we'll add another object. Okay. Now we're getting the cube back. This is in layout, modeling, and sculpting. We have seen 3 items so far. Now to UV editing. Now, many of you, I'm sure you in your maths classes, you have something called the math laboratory. Okay. In the laboratory, how will you make a cube? You'll take this graph sheet. You'll cut out one, like, kind of cross, like 4 edges and the extra edge, and then in the center you'll have one square. Then after you cut it out, you fold it accordingly, and then you'll get a cube. Similarly, in UV editing, it's the same thing. On the right, except on the right side, you will have the layout mode or the sculpting mode, as you like. Here, the edit mode is the right. You can click object mode, or else you can click edit mode, and so on. If you're only in edit mode, you're able to see this side, this object on the side, left side. This left side area is called the UV map. Now it shows the basic skeletal formation of how the cube is. Now in edit mode, when I'm looking over here, I can see exactly what are the vertices. I can choose over here. I can move it around. I'll just click here, okay? And I'll click move. So now I can move this along the x-axis or else the y-axis. See. What's going on? I can move it around. Now, let's just take a look, okay? So this is how we do it in the UV mode. So when we do it here, wait. You guys can see my screen, right?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay. So this is how you do it in the UV mode. You can change over here, and you can even edit here accordingly. Okay, again, it's the same thing. It's like you have one side, you can view the 3D object in 3D, and here you have the map. Okay. Now coming over to texture paint. Now, I'm not exactly sure what is in texture paint. Okay. Um, Now again, the radius over here and everything, I've changed it. So I'm just gonna reduce it all the way back down. Okay. Oh, actually, we'll reduce even more. Okay. Now this UV painting, this missing materials texture detector and so on. Actually, what you're supposed to do is over this side, you have to choose a texture. You need to make something like base color. Then you have to give some random name. I'll just keep the name over here, width, height, and the color. The color alone, we have to choose it. Now let's say I want a red color. I'm just gonna give the RGB value as 50. Okay, and now I have the full red color. And get all that. Okay, we'll leave that out. Okay, now this thing is fully painted as red. Now what I have over here, now I have one brush and I have chosen pencil. Okay, and I can easily draw over here. Okay, and again I can right click and then I can change the radius. Okay, and then I just have to start coloring over here. Okay, you can basically like put different colors. Now over here, now I painted the whole thing as okay, this is the base color. And here we have, if you want to change the color, you have to yeah, here on the bottom you have one disc over here. You can like okay, you can choose one particular color. Now I'm gonna just color it, so that's why I'm coloring this part. Okay, now I'm just gonna color the bottom part over here in a different color. I'll just drag along, let's say this. Okay, and I'll just color however I like. Okay, this is what the texture painting does. Okay, that will be taught in later classes. Again, all these workspaces will be taught in detail in later modules at the classes. I'll be just giving you like a small overview of what exactly you'll be doing here. Shading also, it's give me a minute. Shading over here, okay, it shows in a, what do I say, a world mode. Now if you're looking around in the background, okay, you can see like one sun over there, you can see like a forest kind of thing, you can see some fence, I think. Yes, now we have what we did in texture paint, we have it here in shading. Okay, over here we have one you know, those road blocks, right? We have something similarly like that over here. In this area over here, wherein we have the objects. Now I'm just gonna put this in edit mode, and now okay, wait. Now I have this whole thing selected again. In my I can't really do the sculpting or anything. I can just move around and see. Again, over here again, we'll just take a look at everything. Okay, and then over here we have the paths in the folders. Like in our file explorer, we have different paths like black. For me, it's black magic and so on. For you, the list may be different. You have different sources of files where you can just go and you click on it and you open it and so on. And if there's nothing, you just come out. Okay, so that is how what you do in shading. In shading alone, over here you can see these two items. I'm not really sure what they do. Yeah. Then animation. Animation is where you animation is where like you see exactly what's the thing you're doing. Now this is the cube, right? Wait. Now this is the keyframe 0. If you take a look at the bottom, if you take a look at the bottom, this is the timeline. Okay, that's called the timeline. There are some buttons over here. This is auto keying. Okay, so like automatically when I automatically move an object, this object to another object, it'll automatically insert a keyframe over here. Okay. do is, and then this is the jumping to the first part, going back all the way back to keyframe 1. Okay, this is where you go to the previous keyframe. This is reverse playing animation in the backspace, and this is playing animation forward. Okay, and this is going to the next keyframe, and this is going to the last. Now I'm just going to click this button. Okay, everything is playing as if it's like having some sort of movie. Okay, now I'm going to click back. If I click the back button, it's starting to play backwards. So if I click the far end, it'll go to the 250. We have 250 keyframes so far. Okay, scrolling, I can just do the scrolling over here, and it's going to show me. Similarly, back. Now there are no keyframes here. So I click here saying no keyframes. So what I can do is I can move somewhere where I want to. Okay, I can. Hmm, earlier. I'm not sure what happened. Wait. So basically, is I haven't taken a look at this again. I'm telling you, I haven't really looked into everything completely, but we have one general idea. It is interesting to note that this exact same thing happens in the layout mode as well. Now, if you take a look in the layout mode, okay, in Workspace, at the bottom, you have this very same keyframe, starting from 0 to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on, all the way to 250. Okay. Now, I have this selected, right? Let's say over here, I'm moving to the 20th keyframe. Over here, I'm pressing select, okay, and I'm moving it somewhere over here. Okay, then that means one keyframe should be added. Okay, the same thing over here. You have this auto keying; it'll automatically insert the objects. Then you have this jump to the endpoint, jump to the last keyframe, and so on. We have the same thing over here. Okay. Now we are at animation. This is where we had left off. Next is rendering. Rendering is just a base. It's just one basic graph sheet. This is where you will. This is where you have all these tabs over here, and you have view, paint, mask, and so on. You have to keep the object over here, like in the skeletal form, like the UV editing over here. Yeah, like this one. What I did over here, okay. Except over here in rendering, we have like this. Then compositing. Compositing is something the same way like the graph, except that we have the keyframe thing over here as well. Okay. Now here we have something sample keyframes, clean keyframes, and so on. We can delete keyframes, duplicate, and so on over here. Keyframes. Okay. We can insert for all channels and active group. We can do it for all channels. We can add one over here, so on. Okay. Then we have geometry nodes. We have this compositing thing over at the bottom, and we have the position of the object over here. Okay, and we have over here the layout mode or the editing mode, as you like to here. Okay, and finally is the scripting. Scripting is all the coding. You do the Python coding and the functional coding and so on. If I click new, then we can start off the thing. Right, like print, so and so on, and all that. That is the in Blender we mostly use Python coding. Okay, what is the scripting thing? Now, finally, the last see, you have something called the plus sign. That plus sign is you will be adding a new workspace. Adding like a new workspace, you can add you can add the you can do general, or else you can do it for animation, sculpting, for VFX and video editing and so on. On general, again, like we've already seen over here, all the layout modeling and so on. The same thing is over here. Now let's say I want another layout. Now it's have another layout, except it's called layout point 001. I want to this one, I can either duplicate it or else delete it, export it to the front, back, and then so on. So that is about the workspace. Now again, I'm pretty sure I did not explain it up to your expectations. Again, I've also just like started learning this thing. So for now, this is what you need to know about the workspaces. Later in future classes, you'll be getting to know more about the workspaces in what do you call this? You'll be using going for a pure and the thing in the Blender, the workspaces even more and so on. If anyone has any questions, you can ask me.
Can you explain once again about shading?
Shading again. See, shading. Now, if you're taking a look over here, I have done some. I have just drawn a cube. Now, if you look over here, you can see the same cube. Okay, but there's one slight difference. If you look at the background area, you can see it's blurred out of the original picture. You can just see some trees. You can see one fenced area. If you look over here, there's a sun in the background and so on. Okay. Then again, the same thing from the we have the camera here over here. We have the light over here. Okay. At the bottom, we have the nodes. These are the small codes. You can just scroll in to look at this, and you can change everything and so on. Okay. You can change the color, the alpha, and everything. That is the main thing about the shading workspace. There's nothing else into that. They'll teach you more into that later. Anything else?
Thank you. Okay.
Will you please explain about UV editing?
UV editing. Okay. I'll delete this cube and get myself a new one. Okay. Add mesh cube. Now we have a cube over here. Now, if in UV editing, if you take a look over here, you see two tabs. One tab is showing your cube. Okay. In the layout mode, you can see the cube in the edit mode. Okay. In edit mode, you can change the object and so on. On the left hand side, you can see kind of mesh. Okay. Now, for example, if you just take one graph. Okay. In that graph sheet, you cut out everything over here. Let's say you take 1 centimeter here, 1 centimeter, and so on. You do like this. Then you fold along these lines. When you fold along these lines, you will get the same cube over here. Now this UV editing, okay, this shows you what is the solid object you have chosen. Okay. Now if I'm gonna select this one side, okay, I'm gonna no wait. Now I've chosen only 3 edges. I've chosen only 3 edges, right? I've chosen 3 edges, and it's showing me only 3 over here. If I come down and select this again, it'll only show these 3. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the object mode, select the whole cube. I'll try to come back to the again. It'll come the same thing only. Okay. So this it's basically here you'll have a map, and here you'll have the object. Is there anything else?
Thank you.
Hmm. Any other doubts?
No more doubts.
Okay. So that is all for the workspaces. I have just given again. I've just given you one go through of what the workspaces are about. Later, you will be learning more about them in detail from your fellow students. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's all for now. Thanks for listening. Yeah.
Thank you, Porchelvan. As he said, you will be learning each tool like scripting, sculpting, like that in a future classes. We have each separate class for these functionalities. So now, if you have any doubts or you want to do any kind of live practice, means you can come to the screen. Otherwise, we can move to the next topic. So I think there is no more doubts. So now I call Chief to take his topic.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah, you are visible.
Okay, okay, fine. Today it's we are going to revise have been taught yesterday. That is right click select. Okay, see what the menus. Okay, Blender uses basically Blender uses of different menus for accessing options and tools. Selecting menus can be interacted with the following ways. Okay, now moving the objects to and larger means the two ways is that you can press control and minus key to minimize, control plus and plus key to maximize. Using the mouse you can scroll up to maximize, down to minimize. These ways to do. And menus here, and once again, and here, yeah, select menus here, that is object modes. Here we have different types of modes, that is object, sculpt mode, vertex paint, weight paint, and texture paint. As you see in some chapters, that you what is object mode and edit mode. If you click this, you can only click edit mode. You can edit here. See, in these edit menus, you have options. Here, let me click and drag and leave, place it. Okay, let's you can do it, and we'll see what are the modes and that modes in this. Let me select some of the cubes. Okay, now I have selected these modes, these cubes. So I have done this in the edit mode. Okay, now mode to weight paint. Okay, see what is that we having here in this drop down box. Okay, choose weight paint. Okay, click click on this. Okay, so you will be having two types. One is this and one is to each other. And texture paint is show you what are the modes and how it will be visible to you. Mode which you can change it, and what and which you can do it. And have collected some of the images from the
Ma'am,
internet.
can you show?
Yeah. Is this? These are the object. This we have done it in edit mode. by clicking and dragging, okay, we can move objects, collect them. So you can, there are lots and lots, okay, so edit more. See, this is what I have done. Okay, and moving to the paint mode. This is the weight paint mode, and this texture mode. This will be you'll be using it in the or the sculptures which you create. So you'll be using different views. So these are the normal views to be done.
Ma'am, will you please say what we use for what purpose?
Weight mode. Okay. Um, means because if you can see here, right blue colored, this will sculpture designing. Okay, when you create a sculpture, as I show you here. So this is your example image, which I have to explain this more. See, when you click this, you will be getting these sculptures. Is it have to zoom? Is it okay?
Yeah,
It's
ma'am.
okay.
Okay, okay. Just see, you will be. This is the sculpture or the animated create in this Blender. So when you click this, it will be a part, separate parts, and you will be combining each other, and you will be having. There are more steps to do this, and I'll also show you. Moving on to the object mode, add. You'll be having it below grease pencil. You'll be having arm. So I think it's visible, right? Is it visible? The armature is visible to you?
Yeah, it is good.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, fine. This is the armature. It's that is in Blender. That is armature, but this will be used for your bones. Okay, there are bones, and you will be designing here. Okay, in the middle and in the hands. The bones will be your armature, and this options will be your. So when you click on the when you design bones as well, you will be using this weight mode. Okay, for coloring the some of the parts. Okay, you'll be having this scarf or. So clicking on to the moving on or differentiating each thing, you will be. What is that? Weight. Yeah, weight paint mode. Here, okay, object mode and clicking onto the scarf. I'll zoom it in. Is it now visible? I think so. Okay. The scarf is only the scarf is colored. So selecting a thing, we'll be using this. So you're designing it.
Which you're making.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We'll be say in a Blender, it's an object.
Okay.
Can we tell it is a skeleton for that image? Maybe object.
What?
Can as a skeleton for
Yeah.
that?
Object. Everything which we do in the workspaces, we'll be saying is an object, right? Okay. And these are the things I have to do. And I have set these options. Modes. And here you'll be having pose mode. Okay. You're creating an object or sculpture, as they said, you'll be having pose mode. Studying on later about every mode, you'll be studying every mode as in separate. Here, pose mode, you'll be using it for your sculpture for designing. This and another thing is in this edit, you'll be having preferences. You'll be having more options that themes and viewport. You can in themes you can change style and in collection colors and your 3D view. And in the key map here, we will be seeing that preferences, right? select with mouse buttons. You can use left or right. This left and right click is normal, but when you use, okay, as said in this, while using or creating or designing an object, left click and right click will play when you use to select an object. Now it is in defaultly it is in, so selecting will be here, but or coloring or some sort of images, you will be using the right clicks. So preferences in the key map preferences from left to right click. It's all about clicks today. Thank you. Do anyone have any doubts in selecting or clicking?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, whether the armature is necessary for selector.
Yes, it may be important. Some see from this image. This is an image and pasted this image, this red color sculpture. So by these tools, it this armature gives you a structure or shape which identify easily. So it may be useful. You'll be
Yeah,
learning
okay.
on.
Okay, ma'am.
So selecting and clicking will be done by two, like right and left.
Yes, yes, yes. Now we are using basic things, so we are clicking it. See your preference, then choose it that left or right clicks. You'll be clicking. Okay, now I'm clicking. So I'm not when I'm clicking on right keys. See a pop up context menu is opening. So now here it does click. When you moving on to the later classes, you'll be using your in this Blender. Yes, yes.
Ma'am, when inserting, are we allowed only to insert a cube or other shapes like sphere, cone?
Yes, yes, we can. See in the
So,
object mode. Yes.
can I add the monkey straightly before like having a cube?
Yes, yes, you can add it. See, nothing, nothing. So I can add the monkey here.
I think her question is like, you're opening Blender first, right? Then
Yes, yes.
in the beginning itself, the cube will be there. She's asking if she can monkey before the cube comes itself.
No,
Okay,
default,
thank you.
that is open that monkey or not, right?
When I need to create like a new project, can I just start it with a monkey to start with the
No,
cube?
no, no. It defaultly opens with a cube.
Okay, thank you.
Any other doubts?
No doubts, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Which I have opened, right? See, this one I have opened. And I'll give it to you staffs, okay, or to post it in Moodle. You can use this in design or can edit, okay, so that you can what are the things which you can do. Okay, no doubts.
Ma'am,
Yes, yes.
I have a doubt in lighting, ma'am.
Lighting, that will classes.
Yes, okay.
Writing.
Lighting,
Yeah.
lighting.
Okay.
Photography in lighting, like half, can only see the another side will be like black and dark.
Can you lighting will be done in your 3D ports.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Suji, for your clear explanation. Now we are going to see Kahoot quiz. So I log in kahoot.it. Dear participants, please website. I will share the code. So I have posted the game pin. Once you go to the website, you game code.
Ma'am, can you say the pin, please? Say again.
The pin is 67499. Three participants, sorry, four, five. Many of you are. So it is a good start. 16, 17. So there are nearly 100. So I am expecting 100 participants. Now join. Am I audible, right?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Join fast. I will give you 2 more minutes.
Ma'am, I was entered inside.
Only 66. What happened to the other 40? Okay, we have 7. Let's wait for 5 more participants. 71 now. So I will be locking the quiz. So as soon as possible. Two, 73. 76 are that. Okay, 77. We can start if we reach 80. Two more participants. Only one more participant. So I think we start. Okay, I'm locking the quiz. Once I lock the be able to join, you can enjoy your friends playing. Try to answer in the chat box. So now I am starting. 3, 2, 1, go. Question is how many modes are there in the edit mode? I hope you all can do the correct answer. How many modes are there in the edit mode? So the time is running up. Quick. Okay. 28 of you have given the correct answer. Okay, now next. So Priya tops you all. So the next question: can we choose or change the selection of modes?
Once more
Very,
question.
very. Can we choose or change the selection of mouse? Very easy question. Received 75 answers. So main correct answer. The answer is yes. So 62 of you given the scoreboard. Okay, complete. All the best. So next, to select grouped pop-up menu, the short. I read the question once again.
To select group pop-up menu. The shortcut is
So 60, 64 answers okay. Now 28 of you given the correct answer. Okay, this time also we are having new names in the scoreboard. So congratulations. And the next question is to toggle the selection of visible objects. Toggle the selection state of visible objects. So answers are coming out. Time is running. 75 and some of you have given the correct answer. Only better luck in the next question. So the scoreboard is SP tops the scoreboard. So the next question is what is the node editor? Node editor. So it is also the easy question. Answers are coming up and time. Only 7 of you given the correct answer. So I think this is the in the quiz. So the scoreboard is off the scoreboard. So the next question is Workspace is used for playback editing. Very easy, and we are learning about this. Time is running up. Okay, many of you given the The answer is animation. So scoreboard is okay. This time Gaussian scoreboard. So the next question is which is used to paint a UV mapping or UV editor? So I read it once again. Which tool in Workspace UV mapping or UV editor? Okay, many of you given the correct answer is texture paint. So let's see the scoreboard. So now the Arun Shankar tops the Revati has the highest answer streak of 3. So congrats. Next question. In which workspace tool we are using programming language? Yeah, this is very easy question. In today about this. Time is standing up. Of you have given the correct answer. It is scripting. Let's see the scoreboard. Still, Arun Shankar tops the scoreboard. And Gavya is back in the game. So, next. This is the last question of this quiz. Which tool does not require any animation? Which tool does not require? So, it is question. Is up. So, only 12 of you. Congratulations. So, next we are going to see the Surya catches the third place and then second place and the Arun Shankar as expected. So congratulations you three and congratulations the participants and my appreciation to all. You all did a great job. So that's it for today's quiz. Hope you all enjoyed the quiz session. Next, we about the installation process. As you people, some people have in the later period, it will be useful for all the parties. Now I invite Sivaram to question about the installation process.
Yeah, am I visible?
Yes, you can proceed.
Okay, okay. Understand, and I am from Tirunelveli. I have studied Sri Jendra Swamigal Silver Jubilee School, and I have completed my 12th this year. So I have joined this course recently. So I would like to take a small just to how to install Blender on your yes, 1 second. Yeah, just to on your device. Okay, so let me just share my screen. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Visible.
Okay, okay. Let me. I just tell us more basic Blender. Okay, open any of your browser in your in the search engine. Just type blender.org. Just official website for the Blender will it gets open. click download, and then you can many OS are visible there, so you can select a suitable OS, that is Windows, Mac OS, Linux. The person who are using Linux, can you use Linux? Who are using in Apple system, you can use Mac OS. Who are using Windows, can Windows installer and install. Okay, then it will, so you can see a small tab here which is installing there. Complete install. I have already installed it, so I'll just skip that. Okay, then okay, then I open where to if after installation, it will of your systems, it will be shown as a shortcut there. If not, search and type Blender. So you can double click and open that. Yeah, I have opened my software. Okay, okay. I like to all of you have your laptops or PCs. Okay, just to know your configuration of your system, I tell you a small step. Just click on this PC, put it on your system, and click on properties. So this may your device specifications. So this specification is more important for the correct version of your Blender, so that you can use more without any lag or without any errors. Just click on this properties, so you can see that that is installed, how much RAM do you have, which system type do you have. Like, let me back up to my presentation. Okay, right click on the my computer icon, a pop-up menu will appear. This is a way to show how to see your specifications of your computer. Okay, next for government laptops, there is a the configuration will be mostly of AMD processor and Intel 3600. Usually the RAM will be 2 GB. Okay, so for this specification, the basic version 2.79, which will be used without lagging or without any. I'll just post this link in your description chat box, so that you download it. Okay, next for questions, I'll just tell. Generally, the Blender has recommended us to configurations, at least a mouse or a trackpad. That is, mouse or a trackpad, at least 4 GB RAM and above. System type should be operating system, and the device should be less than this 10 years old. As there be no updates in system, the Blender will not be supported. So less than 10 years old, and the system type should be 64 operating system. System satisfies those conditions, then you can download 2.83 version. I repeat, if your system satisfies at least these conditions, you can download 2.83 version. So this will be more easier to access your Blender. So okay, and I will also post this link. This is 2.83. Okay, next I'll post 2. Okay, if you wish to download 2.93 version in your PC, and you are having operating system which is less than Windows 7, minimum configuration for your Windows is Windows 8. Okay, so if 7 or less than, you cannot download 2.93. If you have Windows 8, Windows 10, Windows 11, you can download 2.893. I will also post this link. first posted is 2.79. The second thing is 2.83. 2.93. So you can open it. You see things. Okay. So let me finish this presentation. Okay. If we have ask me in regarding in downloading or installing anything, any error or any doubts, ask me.
Sir, so I am having the Windows 7 laptop. So the laptop has some graphical problem.
Okay.
So it is not supporting for the Blender app.
Can you please show your screen? Can you please share your screen?
Wait.
Yeah, Nitish.
Yeah.
Yeah, have we downloaded?
Wait a minute. 2.78.
Okay, just try downloading 2.79, and if you then check your system requirements. It may conditions. Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other doubts regarding the installation and update and downloading?
What is the difference between Blender 2.7, 2.83, 2.93? What is the difference?
Okay, let me clearly explain. Okay, it's a basic version. Let us consider this as a 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 2 basic version of Blender. Okay, then 2.83 is an updated. I get updates in our apps, right? Like games in PUBG and all every month. So like that we can it's 2.83 and 2.93. So every user interface may differ. Okay, so because shortcut keys and tabs may be differ. Okay, you can refer the website for. That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Any other doubts? Okay, sir, you can continue.
Thank you, Shivaramakrishna. Information are really valuable. So, who are attending this meeting, we can see in the except the people mentioned